Welcome, everyone, to what is episode 3 already of the new series of the Driving Talk podcast. I say it's a new series. We only really had a few weeks off. But anyway, we digress. It's warm once again, hence we've got the legs out. Don't care.
Oh.
Um,
And you're shoeless.
I'm flip-floppy. I'm flippy-floppy at the moment.
Thongs for our Australian listeners.
Yep. Thongs, sandals.
At least they're not Jesus creepers, mate.
You impressed?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And
good.
they're not Crocs. That's even better.
But it's very warm. We're between 2 heat waves at the moment, but it's definitely warming up today. So I'm glad we're recording today so the cameras don't go down. But look, the Ferrari's done. Look at that in the background. You must be well pleased with that, dude.
I'm over the moon with that.
Yeah,
That's
you've set
better than I thought.
To give everyone some context, I mean, you know, we take the piss out of each other doing this podcast, we do, but genuinely watching Scott on this piece of art behind me, because that's literally what it is. It's a crashed race car that's been turned into a sublime piece of art by Scott, Mark from Hogsback Engineering. Complete Wraps did the wrap on it.
Yeah, Chris done most of the bodywork.
Sandown Coachworks, and it's this beautiful piece of art behind. So well done, mate.
It's now going to Dubai.
It's going to an exhibition, isn't it?
So yeah, it's like change of plans. It was for his bedroom or his house. Now it's going in a hotel and some exhibition space, and they're going to use it as an ad promo. Please, it's going to be seen. It's nice.
Fantastic. Well done, mate.
Puts the name out there, doesn't it? It's good.
Yeah, great effort, dude. Welcome to the podcast. I suppose we better talk about some motorsport now. Lots going on. Festival of Speed coming up.
Yes.
You're excited about your going.
I'm actually going. I haven't been for a couple of years.
Which is good.
A friend of mine, James, is taking Barry Sheen's 250 up the hill.
Very cool.
And yeah, properly cool. He's buzzing off that.
Yeah. I'm loving the feedback we've had from the first 2 episodes already. A lot of people enjoying the club stuff, which we will be covering more of.
Yeah.
The last episode, I put a reel out, and it was the bit when I spoke about Ash Sutton. And almost comparing him to SVG. Maybe it came across a bit wrong, but it's an example of where a regional touring car driver can go and do great things on the world stage, and I still believe that Ash Sutton is capable of that. But I was reminded SVG did do it in multiple disciplines as well. He was doing V8 supercars, GTs, rally. The guy's a freak.
Oh, yeah, he's, as we keep saying, generational talent.
Yeah, and I believe Ash Sutton is a generational talent and can do the same. But it was also pointed out to me quite rightly, he's got a young family now, so the chances of him doing that might be less.
Yeah, slightly reduced, yeah.
But that being said, I still think he's pretty fucking cool, so there we are. But thank you everyone for the feedback. We've got some great guests coming up as well.
Yeah.
So let's dive into it. The British Grand Prix.
Yeah, that was yesterday. Well, the whole weekend, wasn't it? Because we had sprint race this time.
Yeah, Hamilton.
Sir Lewis on pole,
Mm.
pulling out all the stops. I mean, he just finds time around that circuit that no one else can find in cars that it's not. He's not in the best car this time, so you can't even.
But he's different gravy for Ferrari this year, is he not?
Yeah, definitely. He's pulled that team together. Like he said, of his own accord, they struggled. There was no organisation really last year, and I think it was a year. That was a tough year last year, and he's got everyone to rally round, and they're doing a cracking job. I mean, the upgrades that they are bringing every single week is impressive, and they are the closest challenger to Mercedes by a long stretch. By a long, long stretch.
And Mercedes, so in the main race, Antonelli had the issue.
With the cake tin.
Something broke on a car.
Yeah, the brake duct, the cake tin, as I like to call it, come off, and he wasn't getting full turn.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, and struggling, which the kid's so quick. Like, so quick.
I don't think it is still his championship to lose, I think.
It is now. You know what? Like before, when we were saying that I don't think he can win it, he's probably not old enough, not mature enough. I think that's well out the window now. Honestly, he's rapid, quick. He's thinking about it, and he tried to gain that point instead of just we'll park it. No, I can get this point. And we do need to look at track limit rules. He wasn't gaining an advantage. He was trying to keep it on the track. If there's another penalty in for that, then maybe there's another penalty. But giving him track limit infringement penalty for just trying to hold the thing on the circuit, maybe we need to look at that slightly. But I think he's doing a fucking awesome job, to be honest with you.
Pretty good.
He's definitely got the measure of George. God knows what's going through George. He's... Yeah.
We spoke about this before we started recording, and you kind of explained it as George Russell is hard to like.
He is. You want to like him, especially as a British fan. You kind of want to like him. You know, he paid his dues at Williams.
Yep.
When he did get the opportunity in that one-off race in Valtteri's car, he did a phenomenal job. Could have won that.
Yep.
He come in and I don't know. There's a sort of arrogance around him. I don't know what it is. It's a sort of... He's just hard to like. He's not... You can warm to Lando. You can warm to Lewis. Some people can. Some people can't. You might not like Max. You might do. You can't deny that he's phenomenal. And actually, he's fairly straight talking.
Yeah, he is.
So you kind of got to like that a little bit about him. There's drivers on there that you just can't help but like in that paddock.
Mm-hmm.
George is not one of those, and he's just making enemies, and he's just...
But then would you say that Max Verstappen is more or less the same?
Yeah, similarly. I just think he's... I don't know.
It's just that blunt elite racing driver, although the problem is Max Verstappen's got the titles to back it up, whereas
yeah, but
George
I think,
hasn't got there yet.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it just... I don't know. You know, if you were at a social event and there was those guys in a room, you just think, you're a bit of a dick. I don't know what it is about him. But he is kind of hard. And the tea thing he does is just like, oh, dude, you just don't help yourself. You know what I mean? You don't feel that there's a humbleness to him.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, but then I suppose that's just the whole thing with being an F1 driver. It's an elite sport.
Yeah, I get it.
You get put on that pedestal and it changes you, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. Don't know. That's just my opinion. I'm just finding it hard to like him at the minute.
What else kind of stood out for you at the weekend?
Well, I have notes because there was so much.
Yeah.
So let's do the notes.
Go on then.
I actually made notes this week. Obviously, Lewis's sprint pole was cracking.
Yeah.
Pulled that out. Kimi did a cracking job. Waited out.
Pretty much.
Sprint.
Yep.
Can't fault it.
Can't fault it at all.
Not at all. Antonelli is the wonder kid. He really, really is. And him and his family, like listening to the interview with his dad, they are a very down-to-earth family. You know, grounded. But so was Lewis to start with, so I hope we don't get what we had with Lewis, where Lewis went a bit knobbish.
That's one way of putting it.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it. So yeah, there's that. Mercedes reliability is letting them down again. There's a lot of issues in the last few Grand Prix.
But it's very un-Mercedes, isn't it?
Very, very un-Mercedes.
And
it's costing them points.
Maybe they've kind of got ahead of themselves. Would it be fair to say?
Possibly. I mean, are they having now to push the cars slightly harder and they're slightly more fragile? Does that make sense?
Potentially.
Or are the upgrades that they are bringing not... You know, are they rushing them through so they're not as reliable as they should be?
Also a good point.
To try and stay ahead. I know Toto made the point, didn't he, of like he doesn't understand how Ferrari are doing it with the cost cap in place because they're just bringing upgrade after upgrade after upgrade after upgrade.
Let's see.
Very interested on that one.
Aston Martin.
Oh, really? Where should we go with this? The car doesn't turn.
Yeah.
Did you see the amount of steering lock that Lance Stroll was having to put in through cops?
Yeah.
That's a joke, mate.
Yeah.
That is a joke. That's like being on stone cold tyres.
Yeah.
This is just not good, is it? And there was the stat that Alonso's qualifying time from the qualifying Saturday was slower than his qualifying time in a Minardi in his debut season.
Now, bear in mind, probably when he was in a Minardi, Silverstone looks a lot different.
Oh, massively.
Like, instead of turning right at the first corner, where it is now, well, the start-finish line was into cops. But you also had under bridge round. So...
Ooh, did we have bridge at that time? You sure?
2001.
2001,
Yeah. So the wing and all of that extension was changed way after that.
But that's not good. Aston just look poor. So poor. They haven't improved. Oh, they have, because
And that
they
is
can finish races, but...
And that is a literal home Grand Prix because they are over the road.
Oh, massively. I mean, the only race Alonso won was the Drivers' Parade in the go-karts. With Sacha Baron Cohen as a dictator.
I mean...
What is it, honestly, though? You are the head of the FIA.
Yeah. Has just scrapped the term limits.
Yeah. You are not a driver. You are not part of the show. You're there as an organising capacity. What the fuck are you doing jumping on a grid with your mate, Stefano, going out with the drivers? You look like a tit. It's almost as bad as when you crashed and wrote off that Renault in a straight line.
Yeah.
It's not a good look, is it?
No.
Well, that's why I go back, and that just reminded me of the Dictator.
Oh, what, when he's doing the running race and he turns around and shoots?
Exactly that. Yeah. It's not, mate, it's not.
Plus the fact he's, it's clear. I mean, we've seen enough with FIFA going on during this bloody World Cup.
You're telling me it's so corrupt.
The corruption in the FIA now, it's just so
he's
apparent.
The Donald Trump of the FIA.
Getting rid of the term times when Jean Todt has only just put them in.
Yeah.
Bigging out the boys' club. Yeah.
It's not good.
No, definitely not good.
It's not good. But we're not there to see you or your mates. We're there to see the drivers, and that's what we want to see. So that brings you on to the next point. From what we've heard of people that went to Silverstone this weekend, it's more of a festival. So my question is, has the Silverstone Grand Prix lost its soul? Where those drivers, you go along and they remember standing watching the Grand Prix, and you go for the racing.
So there's a couple of things that I would put to this. So I had a message, and I'll keep him anonymous, but he works within one of the biggest clubs in British motorsport, organising circuit racing, and he's a listener to the podcast, and he messaged me straight away, and he said, "Rob, you're right. F1 is not the pinnacle. It's just a giant fucking festival." He said, "Okay, the cars look and sound cool." He said, "But the racing isn't all that." He said,
"I enjoyed the race.
It's turned more, and it's not just him that said it. There's so many other people that have just said it's just turned into a giant festival."
I mean, I get
with a bit of whereas
with the cost
to me,
of the ticket price, I understand. So if you're spending that much money to go to somewhere like Silverstone, putting on the events in the evenings and having everything around, it makes you feel like you're getting value for money for your ticket price.
In theory, but then the other thing that really grinds in it,
Come on, Peter.
Maybe it's because I'm getting to the age where I'm just starting to get a bit grouchy in my old age. Fucking influencers.
It was a paddock full of them. It's good for them.
Yeah, but influence culture. It's a part of it, and that's absolutely fine. To me, it's going to sound awful. The wrong type of influencers, people that do not give a shit about the sport. They're just there for the crack.
That comes down to Formula One and the teams inviting along guests judged on their Instagram numbers.
Yeah,
that's
when there are automotive influencers that probably have a bit less of a following, but will have the audience.
Are you trying to hook for a?
No, couldn't give a shit. I was working elsewhere this weekend, and I had just as much enjoyment as I probably would at a Formula One week. It just doesn't appeal to me. I would rather go and do club motorsport, or go grassroots racing, or go to a grassroots meeting, than I would go into an F1 meeting.
Okay.
And I stand by that.
I think a lot of people...
That is a hill I will die on.
Fair. And I think a lot of people in Suffolk would agree with you this weekend, because they had one of the biggest grassroots motorsport weekends at Speed Weekend at Ipswich.
Yeah.
That was a sellout. Absolutely packed.
But on the other side of that, there's an article that potentially we're now going to lose Clay Pigeon Raceway. One of the biggest...
No, we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's one of the biggest karting tracks in the south in terms of it's used a lot. It's brought up.
It's one of the oldest.
One of the oldest, and they're going to build houses on it. I keep saying it. If you get rid of grassroots, you're going to fuck the sport.
Yeah. The thing is,
and I know,
they won't get rebuilt.
People are going to be a bit squeamish when I get a bit sweary on this, but with something like that, that's what really, really, really gets to me. You've got a facility like Clay Pigeon where the grassroots can start, and you can get the kid. Okay, there is a problem with karting further down the line where you've got to spend thousands to get there.
Yeah, which
But
is
it
what
could
Lewis
be
has
where-
brought into, hasn't he? He wants to try and address this.
But it could be where someone starts. And then you go to Silverstone, where it's got record crowds. Great, fantastic. I get that. And then you've got these people that are invited there that don't give a shit about the sport, but they're just there for the...
Instagram clicks.
Yeah.
I get it.
When there are people that are actively trying to go... And we speak to a few of them. And people that actually tune in. And again, we thank you for that. But they would go there and be like, okay, I went to Silverstone. This is what we saw. These are the F3 runners. These are the F2 runners. Here's the the academy runners.
Yeah.
Weller did invite a lot of girl influencers in there because they were tied in with the women racers. But I think they potentially could have found more women influencers in the automotive world.
Yeah.
To go along with that.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I just felt that's the vibe I got from it. And it's a lot of people are commenting going, since this Drive to Survive generation's come in, there's a lot of people that have the feeling that the die-hard Formula One and motorsport fans are kind of slowly being phased out.
Yeah, I agree with
And
you.
it's
what brings the money, dude. It's a money-making exercise. That's what it is, unfortunately. I mean, not to distract from the racing. I thought the actual Grand Prix, for the most part, was pretty good.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
And there was some good racing bits. There's still a problem with the power units. There's still a problem with cars slingshotting, Mario Karting.
Yeah, and I think it's again with what happened with Verstappen with obviously the wing opens and shuts.
Yeah,
they're still not refined because he had that massive moment at Stowe, which essentially put him off, where the wing shut and then it re-engaged. So they're still tweaking, and I still think we're not seeing the full picture on broadcast.
No,
but
the other thing as well I've seen from social media and other outlets. Obviously, we both good fans of Apex Hunters, the Aussie media, and indeed other European media, and I think some of the American media to an extent are calling out, because Sky Sports is one of the main broadcasters of F1 around the world.
Yep.
So it's all British presenters.
For them, we do have the Sky Germany and the Sky Italy.
For the most. But they're very much, I think there was a clip of Martin Brundle, and the cars, they're losing a bit of speed through there. And they're just like, stop trying to fucking hide it. We know what's going on. I
think the boost is too much, or the hybrid deployment. I mean, there was some times where if you go back a couple of years where the racing, you think you're not going to overtake there because you just, like Kimi put him on Lewis. Like, Lewis got a good exit and Kimi just drove past. And by the time he's got to Cobbs, he's actually passed and ahead by a car length. That's, you know what I mean? Because Lewis has tried to defend with that deployment back there and has done a good job and placed the car well. Yeah. And Kimi's just gone, okay, wait, bang. That to me is artificial. That's the frustrating thing, is that artificialness of it. That's what's, I think a little bit of the racecraft is being lost because of this artificial enhancment.
Yeah, definitely.
Because the drivers are knowing they're not going to fight it. It's like, he's got it. He's just, you know what? There's no point fighting it because he's going to cause an accident here. And then you try and tuck in, get a little bit of aero wash, then you lose out. Yeah.
What can I say? So, anything else to sort of know?
Well, what have we got? We got the rumours of Verstappen to McLaren.
And where does Piastri go?
Well, that's the thing. You didn't ask where does Lando go? It's going to be Piastri, isn't it?
Yeah,
he's going to be the one that moves on. Now, do you think he would go up into Red Bull? Or do you think Red Bull are going to be looking further on down the ranks? Current F2 championship leader.
Yeah, potentially.
Did another cracking job this weekend, didn't he?
Yeah.
So he's making the right noises in terms of getting an F1 seat. So where does Piastri fit in? I don't think you're going to find Carlos Sainz at Williams next year, because that Williams are in freefall. That car looks awful, and Carlos is not a happy chap. No,
and it's a shame because I thought Williams were going in the right direction.
We hoped, but I can't see Carlos staying there. I'd love to have him go back to Ferrari, but I think Lewis will do another season. To be honest with you, I think Lewis has found his groove.
Yep.
if he does win the championship, he may retire.
Mm.
Maybe, but I can't see it.
Mm.
So where does that put him, especially when you've got Piastri, so two hot properties, where they're going to go? Is one going to end up at Audi? Cadillac's not looking like a viable option. Aston Martin, Jesus, you wouldn't want to. Yeah, you wouldn't want to take the phone call. Never mind anything else. Would you?
Yeah, you
Adrian
see
Newey
Aston
calling,
Martin.
nope.
Fuck that. No.
Yeah, I ain't that desperate.
No, definitely.
So that was the interesting, and I thought was quite cheeky of Cadillac, the 4th of July livery for the British Grand Prix.
Yeah, I mean,
well, they did that, and they stole the red arrows to fly over.
Yeah.
So that's why we had no red arrows at the British Grand Prix.
No.
So yeah.
Although to be fair, Cadillac have been trying their best all season to be like the red arrows with the smoke coming out the back and everything.
Yeah, or the brakes catching fire.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
Yeah, do better, Cadillac.
Yeah, not great.
Yeah, it's all right
So-
putting the livery on there and be like, oh, we coming near the end of the segment, are we?
Oh, yeah, and towards the end of the race.
All right, safety car's out, so
Safety car, yeah.
hopefully this can end before the end of the segment, right?
We're just going to follow the rules.
No, come on, let's not fuck about. Like, we'll do this properly. Just switch it off before the end of the segment.
Okay, we'll switch it off. No, we won't.
Oh,
Sorry, mate, it was malfunction.
okay. Well, I just
yeah. So
well, it said.
No, we'll just finish this.
Well, no, but I've got it on my notes that you were going to do it at the end of the segment.
No.
No. Okay. So that was the British Grand Prix then. Safety car still out. I mean, what about that?
Joke on it. Absolute joke. It was a good Grand Prix, and then that just absolutely killed it. And I like what some people say, and we should get it, what we get with British Dream Cars. Add the laps to the end of the race. Mate, we all wanted to go racing. One more lap would have been great.
Yep.
Cracking bit. But
in the meantime, it then goes viral because everyone's going, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
And literally it was. And again, what it does for
the
me...
car was out of the way as well.
And I'll start getting ranty as well, but just bear with me. With everything that's... With the way F1's been, it almost feels like a bit of a joke this year. You've got missing out on a month because of a war in the Middle East. And then you've got what's gone on with the cars at the start of the year that were an absolute joke. There's still a little bit of that going on with the driver units and stuff like that. You go to Silverstone, which is probably one of the marquee races on the calendar. There's no bullshit around it. Bearing in mind, 7 of the F1 teams are based in the UK.
Yep.
So it's a home Grand Prix for a lot of people. Okay, I don't agree with it. It's turned into a big festival. Nearly 500,000 people there. Yep, great, fantastic. And then you have that ending. What a shit show.
Yeah, it was at the end of it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, massive shame. Because it was probably, I suppose, if you've gone and you've enjoyed the weekend and you've spent sort of like 2 months worth of wages on it,
yeah,
then you're going to try and find the positives in it. Otherwise, you're going to cry, especially when it was like, what, £150 a day to park? That's 150.
£150 a day to park.
It's gone viral that there was a sign. Thank you from Silverstone. Hope you enjoyed your stay. Have you paid for your parking before you leave? Prices: Thursday £80. Then I think the Friday was £100. Saturday and Sunday were £150 a day. Yep.
Wow.
That's more than what some people get paid in a day when they're at work on a car parking space. Doesn't even come with a reach around.
Maybe we should just move on from there.
Maybe.
So, British Grand Prix over and done with. Let's talk about a few things overseas. First of all, Le Mans Classics.
Yeah,
man,
that
Le Mans
looked
Classic.
amazing, didn't it?
It did.
This year, because they alternate it, don't they, between there's a pre-year and a post-year, which they do. So it was post-year this year.
Yeah.
Big Porsche turnout this year, so a lot of 996s and 964s, and then we had stuff like the 2 McLaren F1s.
Yeah.
Mate. Oh, jeez.
Yeah. And
They
then
look from the NASCARs.
yeah, I was going to say the highlight for me.
Yeah, even Kurt Busch came over and had Yeah. Well, here's one thing to say though: they still couldn't catch AJ.
No.
Andrew Jordan, mate. Whatever he gets into, the guy's freaking quick.
He's a champ for a reason.
Yeah,
And he started off with the loose stuff, doing rallycross. And you know what? Andrew Jordan, to me, is almost the one that got away.
Yeah. I think he had a bad experience with WSR, didn't he? Really, commercially and privately and stuff. And he's gone away with his dad, and they've focused on building JRT up. And I think they are.
That's huge now.
They're doing a fantastic
The
job.
stuff they do with historics.
Just, mate, it's next level. It's next level.
So
I'd love to be that good.
Oh, definitely.
Mate, their workshop looks the nuts.
It's just beautiful.
Yeah,
everything they do, stunning. But it looked a great event.
Yeah,
overall.
So obviously we have cops across the road, and they took a 996R and a 964 over, which Mike and William Kirtler from Ashgood, they won their class in that. So that was a cracking effort, and they were beating 996s in that car. I think William was being pushed against a pit wall against two 996s and kept his toe in. So that's a pair of stones.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but the whole event looked phenomenal.
And the fact it was being broadcast on YouTube as well.
It's great, isn't it? And 160,000 people there. Just, yeah.
Mega.
Yeah, I think that's definitely gone onto the bucket list.
Yeah, it's got to be one of those that we go to, as well as the actual 24 hours itself.
Definitely.
Let's talk. Well, we've had NASCAR at Le Mans. Let's talk NASCAR. SVG stirring it again.
You and SVG,
mate. I'll tell you, he's gonna get that oval win.
Have you got a poster of him above your bed?
No,
that you give a little kiss to before you go to.
I need to. I think. Just what a driver! He's an absolute mega driver. In anything he gets into, he's finding his feet in NASCAR.
I can't imagine Austin Hill's going to agree with you too much on that, mate.
Well, he gave him a little bit of a bump.
Yeah.
Little tap.
Payback, maybe, from
yeah.
California.
There we go.
Yeah. Receipt.
There you go. Off you go. Even Childress said that.
It's going to come back, isn't it?
Yep.
If they don't get you straight away, it's just, but they need to know.
Yep. Don't fuck with him.
No.
Because even in one of the things afterwards, Shane was, and to be fair, it reminded me of classic Shane when he raced V8 supercars. It was just very straight to the point. It was like, yeah, I was going to talk to him, but he'd just grunt.
Yeah.
There you go. Does not care.
No, he doesn't, mate. And he's getting quicker on the ovals. He's coming. That win is coming. I'm not sure it's going to come this year, but it's definitely coming.
I think it is going to come later this year.
You reckon?
Yep.
Okay.
He's got to. But he's turning heads. Other people now say that SVG is a threat.
Yeah. He's now in the conversation, isn't he? Not just an also-ran or a ringer for road courses like they put Allmendinger in there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's earning his stripes. I can't knock him for that.
It's been. I mean, the schedule goes so quick. It's almost difficult to catch up with what's going on with NASCAR.
There's so much, There's so much going on. We trying to look at so much motorsport as well as sort of work stuff and things like that. So you're trying to this catch up. I mean, Penske is still struggling. It's not a small blip, especially Logano. So that's slightly concerning.
Do you think Penske are potentially still reeling for what happened in IndyCar last year?
No. I think the other teams have just taken such a massive stride, especially to 2311 Racing. A massive stride. I think they've maybe just got slightly left behind.
Okay.
And Denny's doing a good job at Gibbs, a really good job at Gibbs. So yeah, that's all. I think Blaney's got to be their top performer in my opinion.
Okay.
So they're struggling slightly. Another disappointing race as well for Reddick. I think Hamlin's got the championship lead, which was, I mean, after the first 5 races, we're like, whoa, this kid is gonna.
So he's just he's come off his pedestal.
Yeah,
really
I mean, God, he looks like he burst a radiator, and that's just massively unlucky.
Yeah. But you need that to win a championship. You need that luck as well.
Yeah, especially when it's not an in and win now. It's a championship as such, isn't it? That gets you through into. It's not it's done on points, not a. So yeah, and there's some driver changes happening. Josh Berry's lost his drive for next season with Woods. So I need to have a look and catch back up with some of the NASCAR stuff which is going on, because it's getting spicy as well with Carson Hocevar and Kyle Larson, calling him an 8-year-old. Yeah.
It's the one thing with NASCAR drivers, they just do not give a shit.
No, it's good.
And maybe that's kind of what we need in the UK with some of the big championships. Just say it how
The thing
it is.
dude, they treat NASCAR as their regional sport as it's bigger than F1 for them, right? So that they're superstars out there. They earn a hell of a lot of money doing it. So for a regional series to be this global, it's massive, isn't it?
Yep.
So to have that, and part of the attraction of NASCAR is not just what goes on the track, it's what's set off the track and everything else.
Good shout.
That's my opinion on it. I love it.
Yeah, and let's be honest, the American market know how to drum up the drama.
Yeah.
And, the rivalries create themselves. There's no manufactured rivalry in there.
No. It's all pure rivalry.
Who would you go for the title so far?
Do you know what? I think Denny might actually get it done. I think he might actually get it over the line.
Because we both thought Tyler Reddick maybe the first few rounds.
Honestly. Denny's doing I keep saying cracking job. It's like my word. But he's doing a good job. I do think actually he'll retire if he wins it.
Okay.
I do. And he speaks about it himself in his own pod. I can't really see, other than those two, really, who's going to consistently challenge them every week. It's hard to see who. Because especially when you've got the likes of, Austin Cindric won last night and did a good job at doing it. He's back in the winner's circle as such, you want to call it, or victory lane. It's once in a blue moon, really, isn't it? For these drivers. That's the good thing with NASCAR. You do get a good selection of winners. But SVG is amazing on a road course. Reddick's good on a road course, though. You've got these drivers that can dig deep and win any day of the week. So, but I still think if Denny can, I think it's between Denny and Reddick, to be honest. It's going to go Toyota's way this year.
Fair enough.
My opinion at the moment.
But I still think SVG will win an oval before the end of this year.
Okay.
He's been very close a few times. Maybe he's with the wrong team to do it. Trackhouse don't seem to have...
Do you think he'll leave Trackhouse and go to a different team?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think he's going to go, though? Where do you see him? Whose seat do you see him taking? Because say you want to go to the best Chevy team, you go to Hendrick. So who do you take out of the Hendrick lineup there?
That's a good point. I don't know.
The one that would stand out to me is Bowman.
Maybe. But then where does Bowman go?
That's the thing. It's a merry-go-round, isn't it?
Unless they do swapsies and Bowman goes to Trackhouse.
Can't see that happening.
No.
Cannot see that happening.
Okay.
Need Dale Jr. to get a charter and do it full time.
Yeah, that would.
Junior motorsports car out there, that'd be class. Just the money's just not right for him, though.
No, definitely not.
He just said that himself. So you were at Racing Hondas this weekend?
Yeah, we'll talk about some club racing. I was at Racing Hondas this weekend.
Yep.
It's good. It's different. I'm kind of getting settled in there now. It was I've done 3 events with them now, and it's a great paddock to be around. Really nice people, good racers, a different kind of vibe as a paddock, because effectively it's the way I would see it is
quite ricey.
So Time Attack kind of has its own. It's always stood out as its own thing aside from circuit racing, because as it says in their slogan, it's not racing, it's time attack.
Oh no, it's against the clock, isn't it?
Yeah, and Racing Hondas has kind of been created in the past few years, and a few years ago TCR were there and Civics were there, and so it's always kind of had racing on there as sort of an extra thing. So this year I've been drafted in to do the commentary for Racing Hondas, and it's going okay. So my championship is getting a bit of work done to it, and there's some reforms going for next year to perhaps open up the regs and create some sort of more modified cars in there. Yeah. But no, it was good. Nice day out at Alton Park.
What were the driving standards like?
Pretty good, actually. I mean, there was a couple. There was contact between the two leaders into race 2, but it was purely a racing incident. One just moved slightly under braking, protecting the lead. They both shook hands afterwards.
Okay.
So fairly good driving standards there. And time attack is quite varied classes going. There's a lot going on with the time attack stuff. There's a lot of classes, but I have a feeling that might be cleaned up a bit. So Paul McCurlin, who used to run BRSCC, he's now head of motorsport at time attack, and he's already working away and getting stuff done there. And you can already see that 3 or 4 events in.
Yeah.
And having met Paul when I've done commentary for the BRSCC and worked with him, he's done a lot of motorsport commercial stuff in the past. That's his background. And he can see what needs to be done, and he'll work quietly away at it. He'll get rid of the waste, and he'll bring championships up. I mean, the work he did with the BRSCC with Greg Graham and Luke Souch the past few years to bring them up to the powerhouse they are.
Yeah.
You need someone like that if you're bringing a championship or an organisation forward. I did see Thruxton as well had their retro weekend as well.
Yeah. It was a bit, like I said, it was a busy weekend.
Very busy weekend.
Motorsport in the UK.
I did. I spoke to someone that said so for 3. It was 2 adults and child, £70 to get in.
Okay.
To Thruxton Retro, but they did what they did say to me was it wasn't worth that money.
Really?
He said, yeah, it kind of felt a bit
just underwhelming.
A bit underwhelming. I mean, it was a few nice displays. The live stream was, it was a good watch with Ian Waterhouse as usual.
Do you think though, just it's fallen on the wrong weekend? Because let's be honest. You've got 500,000 people over the course of 4 days going to the British Grand Prix, right?
Yep.
You've got people that will always go to the British Grand Prix. I mean, if you're a BRDC member, you get a ticket to the BRS to the Grand Prix, don't you? And let's look at how we've seen on social media. You had proper cars there on display.
Yeah.
They were doing demos with these cars as well, because they had the Syntec there from '95, which is a cool car.
Yeah, and I think they had the Benetton there as well.
Yeah, and let's be honest, you had all the touring car boys were there.
Yeah.
All the old boys together.
Yep.
So you're not going to get that caliber of drivers and the cars that you maybe could have for that event
to a Thruxton weekend.
To a Thruxton
Retro.
weekend when you're competing straight against the British Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's just planning. As I said this year, though, there's a hell of a lot of clashes with some big events.
Yeah, and with Goodwood being next weekend.
Yeah.
What's going to clash with that? Luckily, not touring cars as well.
No, but they are putting. So if you got people getting cars ready to go to Goodwood, do they want to take it and maybe risk smashing it up on a demo because something might break at Thruxton the week before?
No. But then, arguably, I think the Festival of Speed has turned into something more than a motorsport event. We don't have the British Motor Show anymore. We don't have the Autosport Show anymore.
Well, we do have. We got the British Motors. We do have the British Motor Show now. They're doing. We have it at Farnborough.
Oh yeah, okay, we've got that. But I think all the manufacturers. I mean, I was there a couple of years ago. All the manufacturers are choosing to launch cars and models at Goodwood.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I was probably 11 years ago was the first time I went, and I went on a Thursday, which used to be the Moving Motor Show day. And you had car launches there, and that was where you would go and you could test out and look at the new models that were either just come out or coming out. As you said, manufacturers were choosing Goodwood to launch their models. So that's how big an event Goodwood has become. So that's really good because you're attracting the core audience.
Yep. Because you're going to have everyone from both automotive and motorsport.
Yeah, I mean,
and your casual family.
Wrong, it is expensive to go to Goodwood, especially if you I mean, I looked because I'm going on the Friday, so and I looked because I've done it a couple of times, and I've been lucky enough to have various different packages. I've been lucky enough to the sponsors enclosure and stuff like that, which was absolutely fantastic. It's a very civilized way to go to a motor show, I must admit, and then you get to meet people like Michael Crease and break him into. This is one of our funny stories. We went first, so a few years ago, we went to I think it was Creasy's first year in the British Touring Cars, and he Quick Fit had a stand, and they invited Creasy along, obviously being a really popular driver, and the bloody taxi that was the CC, right? And it was interesting to look around, and you're looking around, and you're like, well, why haven't they done this and why haven't they done that? It was because the team hard are fucking tight and they ain't got any fucking money. Why have you still got glass in this thing? Because I don't want to fucking pay to have the polycarbonate like Jack and Carl Boardley have done. So we had a look around the car, and I got the first time I actually fit my lardy arse into a British touring car. Very tight. Didn't quite fit in the seat because Creasy's a skinny fucker.
Yep.
But that was good fun. And you get to chat to touring car drivers. It's like, this is wicked, and it's really relaxed and nice. And I was like, well, if you fancy, come down the enclosure with us and have a beer. So we wander on down, and then you get the old thing, and we've got to get in. And then Jobsworth goes, oh, no, who are you, mate? He's like, oh, Michael Crease, I'm British touring car driver, here with Quick Fit, displaying my car. And he's like, where's your lanyard? He's like, well, oh, shit, I've left it up in the, because they brought the trailer.
Yep.
And he's like, I can't let you in. And he's like, oh, right, so it's by the time we walked up and back, it's about 15 minutes.
Right.
So I was like, oh, shit. I was like, right, wait there. So literally, we all go in. I grab my mate's lanyard. I don't condone this, but yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Literally walk round the back of the toilets, passed it through the fence. It's literally under the fence. And then they literally let Greasy comes back in. Sneaking British touring car drivers in. And then I made him buy me a cider. For the privilege. So, but that's good. That's a story from an event, and the event was just brilliant. If the weather's nice, Goodwood is fantastic. It's a busy day. There's lots to see, lots to go on. There's things you wouldn't usually see.
Yep.
Everyone's really relaxed. You get the Formula One drivers that are really relaxed, touring car drivers, GT drivers, Le Mans winners. They flock to Goodwood for what Goodwood brings. It
was either last year or the year before. Two of my Aussie racing heroes, Greg Murphy and Stephen Richards, were there because they took the Holden 427 up the hill, the Bathurst winner, the 24-hour winner. And the fact that they were and they took it all in, they're like, this is not like nothing we've ever been to.
Hey, Richard Petty keeps coming back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Jimmy Johnson's loved it. Jeff Gordon's done it. You've had global superstars come over, and they're so excited about driving up a driveway in Sussex.
Which is basically what it is.
It is, though, isn't it? In a race car. Or you get motorcyclists. But it's great because you get to see pieces of memorabilia, things you would never see in your life. You can see them up close. You can see them in action. It's just a really... It's a fantastic event. For me, not going, I have missed not going. This is one of the reasons I really wanted to go this year. So if you're ever going to do a motorsport event, go do Goodwood.
Yeah, definitely go do Goodwood. We've kind of touched on club racing and quite a lot of feedback we have had so far, and we touched on Clay Pigeon earlier on. Where can you see club racing going in the next few years?
I still think we're going to lose a lot of grassroots motorsport, dude. Whether that be go-karting tracks or ovals, because the oval tracks are still fighting it constantly to keep the venues that they have got, even with the amount of investment that is being pushed into various different places and clubs. But I think most of our young drivers, you're going to get them sim racing until they can pretty much... The way it's going at the minute, unless you're really rich, you can't go karting. Unless you can do arrive and drive karting championships, which Daytona do them, Team Sport do the British Indoor Kart Championship, which is good, but again, you still get the bloody goats, like aliens that are on there.
And you also have limited numbers.
Yeah, you do. Is it Buckmore Park? They do one, which is where like Michael Crease started and things like that. So that's the really cheap end of motorsport, because even oval motorsport can be expensive. There are ones where you can go and do something that they call a Thunder Rod, which is up to 3 litre V6. I think you can up to run from 1.8 up to 3 litres. You can go run those, right? And they're Billy Basic throwaway cars if you want them to be throwaway cars. But even every Formula, no matter what you do, everyone puts more money or more expertise and things like that. So, but there are guys out there that I know that have just literally bolted a cage into an Astra D and are running around. They get out and they're smiling, and they're getting to live the dream of motorsport. So as long as there's the passion there for motorsport, you're never going to kill off grassroots motorsport. But it's just getting out of control with just how expensive it is. It's not just the racing.
But it's also not governance as well.
Yeah.
Where it's local councils.
But it is, unfortunately, that's what you're fighting against. Because no one wants a racetrack.
No.
well, we do.
Fucking NIMBYs.
Yeah. But there's all these people that, we don't want a racetrack and the noise. And if there's something to complain about, they will fucking find something to complain about.
Yep.
Honestly, just for the sake of it, you got a fucking world full of Karen and Keiths. Unfortunately. And some of the best friendships and the best memories you'll ever have can be had at a racetrack if you're passionate about it.
Definitely. And the stories as well. I mean, you touched on it there with your story about Creasy, but if you are genuine, if you are listening to this and you've got a funny story of some sorts.
Doesn't even have to be funny, just a story. Just honestly, just if you've got something you think will be out there, something weird, just experiences of meeting your hero like you and Nicky Grist and going all blubbermouth.
It was him, Alan Menu. I was a little bit like it with Halves did it a few years ago with Greg Murphy when he came over for Super Tourers, and I was down in the paddock and I was like, they probably won't want to see me, and Paul just went, right, stop fucking about, come on me. We literally jumped in the car, went to the garage, and Paul marched in there and went, my mate really wants to meet you, and look at me, oh my god, it's Greg Murphy, you did. And that was just like, right, cool. That's like box tick moment. Yeah. I've just met that guy went and did that 206 round the mountain in a Holden Commodore. Yeah. 2003.
Dude, just all these guys, at the end of the day, the way someone put it to me, right? And you think, you see these people and you meet these people, and at the end of the day, they are normal people.
Yep.
Right? They're not, I mean, don't get me wrong, you do get people that are so far up their own arse, and you can kind of tell those people.
Yeah.
That's what I get. And then you got, so I'm going to go direct. I'll tell you a little story about JP now. So a little while ago when I was doing the clocks for touring car stuff, right? And I was doing a lot of stuff for Sicily. So Norman Burgess is an absolute freaking legend. Proper funny guy. He was team manager at Sicily at the time. So he goes, so I did Norman a clock, and I did, he wanted a couple for some sponsors and stuff. So he goes, come up to Walton Park, I'll sort you out. I went up there with my mate Poddy. And we went in, and I was in the hospitality unit having dinner with Russell.
Yeah.
And JP comes waltzing in. So I think he was driving for, I can't remember if it was I think it was PMR. He comes waltzing in Saturday evening with a glass of rosé nearly empty. Comes waltzing in behind me, and he's like, Russell, have you got any lady petrol? And so Russell, help yourself, you know where it is. So as he pours himself a glass of lady petrol, as he likes to call it, and as he's sort of chatting and going out of the back of the side entrance of the marquee bit, right next. Yeah. So there's a water cooler to his right, I'm to his left, and but there's a trailer. So there's a trailer hitch. So as he's talking, having a laugh, having a joke, he's turned around, not realised that the A-frame of the trailer's to his right. So as he's gone over, but as he's gone over, the lady petrol has gone up in the air. So he's holding this thing not to drop it. Put his left hand out and cleared out the water butt as well at the same time. He did not drop a bloody drop any of the rosé.
What a lad. He had the priorities right.
Completely right. Fucking styled it out as well.
What a lad.
Literally, it was just... But they're just normal human beings.
Yeah.
That they like to have a laugh. They all started on the bottom rungs of the motorsport ladder. We've all got to be into it.
Yep.
So at some point, we've all had a laugh. We've all done something stupid. So why not?
Why not?
Yeah. But in terms of grassroots motorsport, without it, we wouldn't have top-level motorsport.
No, we wouldn't.
So as long as we're still passionate about it and we still fight for it.
We're still going to shout about it because, like I said, and I put the reel out, you don't have the foundation without grassroots.
Mate, I tell you what, right, so you look at it and you look at drivers. Let's just go back. These guys started in ovals and they've gone back. Carl Boardley, Matt Simpson.
Yep.
This weekend, both drivers were at Ipswich for a National Hot Rod World Final.
Yep.
Matt's gone back to it. He qualified for it. That was sellout.
Yep.
Absolutely ram-packed. You could not get a ticket. Full formulas. Just... That is proper grassroots level motorsport.
Yep.
Right, and that's live streamed as well.
Yep. And autograss as well, that's thriving still.
Exactly that. So, if you look at Turkington's put his kids into it to start. Instead of karting, go and do that.
Yeah, go and do autograss.
You'll learn car control.
Yep.
and you'll build a community as well. And the friendships you have at tracks, I still talk to people I raced against when I was 12 years old. They're your your friends, and their sons are now doing it, and their daughters are now doing it.
So there are alternatives to karting.
100%.
But then when you see the news about Clay Pigeon,
it's not good, is it? It's not. But it's being taken away because the developer wants it for freaking housing. And I'm telling you now, mate, the brown envelopes have definitely been fucking paid to the council and by the council to do it. You know what I mean? In the village here, we're losing X amount of greenbelt land that they redone as brown belt land. It's fucking greenbelt, and they're putting a pissing housing estate. I think they're putting 1,500 houses on it on this little village. It's a joke. It's just when are we going to stop it?
Yeah, I get there is a housing problem, but be a bit smart about it.
Yeah. You don't need to. You need to wipe out bloody recreational sports facilities.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Some of them haven't. They've been purchased. Arena Essex took years to be developed. I don't even think it's been developed on yet.
No, it's abandoned still.
Yeah. The Coventry was another one. All these oval
Birmingham
tracks.
Wheels.
Birmingham Wheels, another one. I think they might have started on Birmingham now.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Christ, you have. It was not just the motorsport stuff at like Arena Essex. You had Mean Street Cruise and stuff going on. That was it's an escape for people.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's not just about what you're doing there. It's what it means to you. We talk about mental health a lot. Going to these racetracks and doing that stuff is a release.
Well, the good thing is you say that. So friend of the show, Lewis at Tacona, BBC News have just published the work he's been doing in creating these cars and coffee meets and discussing men's mental health with Tacona and the fantastic work he's doing. So it does straight away. It does help these car meets. But the problem is one good article there in the brilliant work that Lewis is doing with the Tacona brand and the meets he's putting on is going to be 10 other meets of, oh, this one was broken up at a retail park, this one was done, and then you see in the comments and it's Keith and Karen going, all these people are meeting up in retail parks and doing skids. It takes one person, 9 out of 10 people going there will literally be sat there because they're a car enthusiast. It'll be one person being an idiot.
I agree. I completely agree with you on it, and I've been to those meets. Jesus, I brought up on Guildford Cruise. Guildford Cruise was massive.
Reading.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, Reading for me.
And that's where you go, and that was the car culture, and it was every week you look forward to it. You're going down there with your mates, you talk to people, and you see things. Just like, you know what?
And you get ideas. And
I loved it. And people met people there, and they're still friends today, and businesses have started, and friendships have started, and things like that.
Yep.
Without this stuff, what do? Oh, we go to work, we go home.
Yep.
We go to work, we go home. That's boring. You're just getting put in a box.
Yep.
That's not what it's about. You know what I mean? So,
and I'll be completely open and honest. The fact that I've not gone out in the car yet this year has been a bit gutting because, and I had this conversation with my sister actually, because she could tell I was a bit down, a bit gutted about it, and I said, look, you don't understand. As soon as, even if it's a track day or a race day, as soon as that door slams shut, I don't know if you're the same.
You switch off. Nothing else matters.
The voices stop.
It's a horrible, horrible thing to say well, you say that. It is. You get in and you are thinking about nothing else.
Yeah.
Until you do, and it pops in your head. I don't know. Because obviously I think about my kids. Something. Oh crap. And it comes in, and it's annoying. It's that. It's not annoying. You get that intrusive thought when you're in that minute, and your head goes. Something in the back of your brain will go, "What if?" But for the most part, for that 20 minutes,
it's an escape.
You're free.
Yep.
There's nothing else matters.
Yep.
Just that you getting from point A to point B.
Yep.
To see, stringing those all together, getting that, you're chasing that lap, that everything about it. And you know what? That's such a mental release.
Yep.
That's the biggest buzz. And then you get in the paddock and you're around people that you like and.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the friends I have now have been through motorsport, through the automotive world, through going up through the ranks. I mean, I'm hosting a podcast with a good friend now, like Robin that runs the C1 club. I first met him when I rolled a 2CV, and he was in the garage next door, and then, he's like a brother to me. Paul Harvey, Sam Pearce, through motorsport. so many people.
Yeah, but
Nick,
we are like
Katie.
those people, though, aren't we? You know, when you get forced to go to family events, and then
Yeah.
you've got I don't know, you haven't had it with kids, right? So you go to the events, and there's dads there, and they like cricket, and they like this, and they like that. And do you like motorsport? And they're like, no. I'm like, okay, nothing in common. Don't talk to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am that person. Unfortunately, I just switch off.
Yeah.
Just all about the motorsport. I like a bit of football.
Same. I'm into my cricket as well, ice hockey and that. But yeah, motorsport. I will always be the motorsport geek.
Mate, I'll get up at 1 a.m. to watch motorsport. I'll get up at 1 a.m. to watch football.
Yeah, but I mean, like we've kind of drifted away from the topics we've been talking about today. But it's the fact that we've had so many comments of people saying just what we're discussing about, even the grassroots, the club racing and everything. There's so many facets to it. It's the business it brings in. Motorsport UK, we're on about the billions it brings in to UK business, and you know, we had this discussion away from the podcast about how it affects us personally. You have Sandow Motorsport as a business. The work you do in motorsport brings you in an income.
Yeah. It brings.
I'm very lucky and privileged enough that with the commentary that I do on the side, and the fact that we do this podcast, and you know, there's a reason we do this, because we love and adore this sport.
Yeah.
So
it gives us something back.
So the fact that, and I genuinely feel, and I will continue, this is a hill that I would die on, grassroots motorsport is in danger.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
I think sooner rather than later it's going to come to a head. What happens? Don't know. Maybe we'll have to get in depth. But away from the doom and gloom, we've got some great guests coming up in future episodes of the podcast. We have Sarah Dennis.
We should have
had one today. Poor Paul.
He got stuck in London.
Paul got caught away on business. It was going to be the return of Paul Harvey today, but he will be back within the next couple of weeks. We've got Sarah Dennis coming in for a good chat. I'm looking forward to that. Running a race team, doing what she does. She's got so many roles that she's taking care of at the moment. So Sarah Dennis is coming onto the show. We've got David Drinkwater lined up to come onto the show as well, which is finalising.
Arguably the fastest Scouser in the UK.
Yeah.
Between him and Paul O'Neill.
And the probably most travelled racing Scouser as well. He's done Bathurst.
You'd be surprised on what he's done.
He's done the Bathurst 12 hours. He's done the Nürburgring 24 hours. He has done so many great races, and he's probably one of the most accomplished UK club drivers as well.
Oh, without a doubt. Anything he gets in, he's rapid.
Carl
Wells coming on soon, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got some great guests coming up, potentially one from Australia, which I'm not going to talk about just yet, but we get
Charlotte back on.
Oh yeah, we're definitely getting Charlotte White on, but we're working on potentially a former V8 supercar champion coming on the show remotely.
I'm going to have to do most of the talking on that one, aren't I?
Because
I'm just going to be kissing the screen.
I'm just going to be there, but that's all from that at the moment. I've been Rob Lewis.
I've been Scott Evans.
This is the Driving Talk podcast. Thank you for listening to us waffle
on
about British GP, NASCAR, and all sorts this week. A bit of club racing as well.
Bit of bullshit.
Bit of mental health. Sometimes it's good to talk things out, guys. Don't suffer alone. For any information, go to Driven Minds. But in the meantime, see you next week.
See ya.